Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, my twin brother Nick is going to be picking my full face of makeup. I did this video a few months back with my boyfriend and it was really fun. It was really interesting to see him go through my drawers and kind of pick what he thought would be best suit. Nick's laughing. I did this a few months back with my boyfriend Brandon and it was just really fun to kind of see him go through my drawers and see what would be best suited for each category. So if you guys don't know how this video works, or if you didn't see my last one, basically I gave Nick a list of every single step that I take in my makeup routine. So like eyebrows, foundation, concealer, etc. And he had to pick one thing from each category and I have to use whatever he chose. So if he chose something wrong for the category or if something doesn't match, I still have to use it. So I'm gonna roll the clips right now of him actually picking my makeup because that was really fun and Nick is just such a character in front of the camera. So I really hope that you guys enjoy this little vlog style clip of him actually picking the makeup and then we will come back and start the application. All right, so do you know how this works?
No.
So I'm gonna give you a list. The list has every single step of makeup that I do to do my full face.
Okay.
And you have to go in my drawers and pick out one thing for each step.
Are you gonna point me in the right direction?
I might give you some hints here and there, but whatever you pick, ultimately, I have to use.
Okay.
And then
oh God.
this all like has to make a full face of makeup. So let's say you pick like a blush instead of a bronzer. I have to use that blush as my bronzer. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So here's your list.
We got primer spray right here. Correct?
Correct.
Eyebrows? Wait, I need the thing.
Yeah, you have a whole drawer of makeup.
Is this a spoolie? What, is this one too? Brow whiz, brow whiz, brow whiz, brow whiz. So, you have a lot of these brow whizzes in medium brown. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. You know what? I'm going Wet n Wild. The mascara. Is that in here? I don't think so. No? No. Is this liquid liner?
Yeah, but I don't really use it.
Oh, so it's not on the list?
You could make me use it if you want.
You don't want wings?
You want me to do wings?
Yeah, do wings.
Okay.
Oh, they're right in front of my face, right? Yes. We're gonna do... I like the way this bottle looks. So we're going with this one.
Okay.
Mascara. Are these eyeshadow palettes? Yes, they are. Color Pop. Cute AF. This one?
Bottom drawer is also all eyeshadow palettes, by the way.
Oh, I saw a hideous burnt orange car. This is definitely a contender, I think. I like some of the colors. They're interesting in here. So, these all... Jeez. You know what? Let's make it simple. Let's just dive into here. And I'm gonna pick two colors for you to gradient on your eyes.
Okay.
But the dark goes on the outside, right?
Mm-hmm.
I made that mistake the first time. I want to see. So. I want to see Throne.
I've never used that one before.
Cool. Sphinx or Pyramid? I don't know. It's like an Egyptian paradise. Sphinx or Pyramid? Which one? Alright.
Yeah, clean finger.
I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go Sphinx.
Okay.
No, this is setting. Wait, it's primer and setting spray? What's the difference between primer spray and spray face primer? This is a spray. Okay. Is this primer spray as well?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm assuming it's not in here, right? Face primer. But do I want to use that one? What do I want to use? Is this the same thing? Is this?
Yeah.
That's not foundation. This is foundation, right? Is it?
Why are you whispering? Are you doing ASMR?
This is foundation. Fit Me Matte and Poreless
Okay.
foundation. Concealer.
What? Oh.
Nope. Concealer. I like the way this one smells. So I'm gonna go with this one. Powder. What do you mean powder?
Face powder.
No. Is this face powder? Setting powder? Is that what it is? And this is also the Laura Mercier. Laura. Yeah, I need. Is this bronzer? Yes. Chocolate gold. Bronzer. Is this bronzer? Hello? Is this bronzer? Yes, it is. Ooh.
What?
It smells like chocolate. Champagne splits? What is this? What is this? Hey, champagne pop. Those of you loyal fans know that I'm a very big fan of champagne pop. Champagne pop. Pop that bottle of champagne. Link to that video will be up here.
Oh my god, I think that's the right side.
Is this bronzer?
No, it's not.
What is it?
Open it and look.
Is it highlight? Alright, we're going highlight for champagne pop. That was really weird the way I just held that. I'm gonna go NYC. NYC. I'm gonna go. What does this have, a double cap? I'm gonna go Urban Decay.
Spray it on yourself. How does it feel?
What is contour? Oh, look at that! This contour? This one.
Contour is like to make the shadow in your cheeks.
This side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you meant?
Uh-huh.
What is that?
Wet n Wild. Mega Glow. This way, this side. Is this blush? Is this blush? Am I in the right drawer?
Do you know what blush looks like?
No.
When it says, "Oh, you're making me blush," what do people's faces?
Red. This one. We're going with this one. I'm looking for something specific.
Like what? Tell me.
This one's potential.
I knew you were gonna find that one.
This one.
That one?
This one could work, but I don't know if I want to do that to you. I don't know if it'll actually look good. Like, it matches the color scheme, but I don't know if it like looks good.
So you want me to do the blue first? And then like if we like it, we'll leave it on, but if not, then we'll put on the other one?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so here is the makeup that Nick chose for me to use. We will see if everything goes together. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm not gonna lie.
Why are you nervous?
I'm a little nervous.
About what? You're gonna look great.
So I'm excited. I think he did good, but we will see how all of the products go together on my eyes. So we are going to jump on into the application now. How do you think you did?
I think I did good.
Are you excited to see what the look looks like?
I am. I'm confident.
All right, so we will see you soon when I am done with the makeup. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
So I got this new little headband from TJMAXX. I've seen a lot of people wear these when they do their makeup because they're really good for holding the hair back. So I'm gonna see if this fits my head. It feels, oh, that's so tight. All right, change of plans. This thing is so tight on my head. I'm just gonna do a normal headband. First thing that I'm gonna be doing is my brows. As always, you guys saw that Nick picked the Wet n Wild retractable brow pencil, so I'm just gonna quickly skip through this part because you guys have seen me do my brows a million times. So I'm gonna go ahead, do my brows as well as prime my eyes off camera. I'm gonna use the Tarte Shape Tape that he chose as well to carve out my brows and put that on my lids, and then I'll be right back. All right, so my brows are done and my eyes are all primed and set. I know they look a little bit crazy, but they will all come together when the look is done. So for eyeshadow, Nick chose the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette. I kind of had a feeling he was gonna choose something like this just because the colors are super unique and out there, and he also chose 2 shades that he wanted me to use. He said that I could use any other colors that I wanted to do a complete look, but he really wants me to incorporate Throne, which is the dark green right here, as well as Sphinx, which is the bronze. So I'm gonna try to do those. I'm thinking I'm gonna do bronze on the lid and maybe do like the heavy greenish lower lash line just because I'm a little bit scared of Throne on my lid, but we are gonna try to make it work. Right now I'm just gonna go in with some transition shades. I'm gonna start off with Unity, which is this shade up here. This doesn't show up too heavily on me, but I still wanna lay down something as a transition. The one thing that I don't like about this palette is that I feel like it's really lacking a nice mid-tone transition shade. So I usually always do dip into something else. So I'm gonna call Nick up here real quickly and ask him if it's okay if I dip into the bronzer that he chose to put a little bit in my crease. Okay, so the palette that you chose is lacking a shade that I typically use in my crease. So I was wondering if I could use the bronzer that you chose on my eyes too.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, I just didn't want to like be cheating. So everyone doesn't get on me for cheating. I wanted your approval.
No, that's fine.
Okay. All right, so just to add to the transition, then I'm gonna go in with a little bit of the bronzer Nick chose, just to deepen up. Like I said, this palette I feel like to me always lacks like a nice mid-tone brown. So I think this bronzer is gonna be perfect and it's gonna help tie the look together. And if you guys are looking to only use this palette to recreate this look, and you don't have another shade to dip into, you could always use your bronzer like I'm doing, or what I have done before is mix together Unity with like a little bit of Parallel on my brush, and kind of running that through the crease, it kind of turns into like a mid-tone brown, but it's still not my favorite for the crease. I do wish that this palette had a little bit more of a nice mid-tone transition shade in it, but again, it's like not the end of the world. I think the palette is still really unique, and of course as an eyeshadow collector I have different mid-tone browns in my collection, but that's just a little tip if you guys want to only use this palette. So now going in and deepening up the outer corner, I'm just gonna go in with Parallel, which is the dark brown shade in this palette, and just patting this onto the outer corner. Oh my gosh, I forgot how pigmented this was. Maybe a little bit of a smaller brush. I think I'm gonna go in with a touch of Saturn, which is the bright fiery red shade in here, and I'm just gonna put this a little bit in my crease right in the front to add a little bit more dimension and to warm up that area. So for the lid, like I said earlier, I'm going to be doing Sphinx, which is this bronzy shade right here. I am going to be applying this with some spray just because I find that that's how the formula applies best in my opinion. So I'm just going to dip into the shade, and then I'm going to spray my brush with the primer water that he chose as well. Okay, definitely a little bit of a darker lid shade than I typically would go for. I definitely need to do some blending, but it's not bad. I don't love the formula on these Anastasia Beverly Hills metallic shadows in the Prism palette. I don't know why. Some of them are just misses for me, but I'm gonna try to blend this and see what we could do. Just doing a little bit of detail work. I feel like where I put the shadow, the matte shades around it kind of lifted a little bit, and it's a little bit patchy, so I'm just fixing it. So you chose liquid liner, but do you want brown or black?
Black.
Black? Okay. So I haven't done a wing in a minute, so this should be fun. I hope that this goes well. So I'm gonna try to do a wing with the black liner, like he said. All right, I think that is the best it's gonna get. I have not done a wing in forever, like honestly, maybe like a year. So I'm just not used to it, but I'm gonna try to make the other one even. Okay, so those are the wings done. I feel like I look a little bit weird. I think I'm just not used to like the dark eyeshadow and the wing. I literally haven't done a wing in so long, like I mentioned, so I'm definitely still just kind of getting used to how it looks, and I know they don't look the best. My wing skills aren't as sharp as they used to be, pun intended. But right now I'm gonna go ahead and do some mascara. Nick chose the Maybelline Total Temptation mascara, so I'm just gonna hop off camera, do this, and I'll be right back to see what Nick chose for the face. So for my primer spray today, moving on to the face, Nick chose that I use the Smashbox Primer Water, the Photo Finish Set and Refresh Spray. So I was just waiting a few minutes for my mascara to dry. And then to prime, I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Face Primer. This one was really easy for him to find because as soon as he opened my drawer, it just says Face Primer, really big letters right there. So I'm just gonna open this up and we're gonna use this today. Definitely let me know if you guys have tried this primer. I definitely do feel like they have improved the formula on this since I first tried this about 2 or 3 years ago. It has a little bit more, I don't know if you guys can see, it's definitely more clear than it used to be, and it's just nicer feeling on the skin. It's not as heavy. I definitely think that they improved the formula on this, and I'm really happy about that. And I also did get this bigger bottle, which I don't think it was that much more than the small size. I believe the small size was 6, but I will have a link to this down below because these new bottles, the bigger bottles of the e.l.f. primers, are new, and I think they are a really good deal. If you guys know what clear primers like this are supposed to do, it's really just gonna smooth out my texture, which I do have a lot of right now. I spent the last couple of days in the city on like a mini getaway with my boyfriend, and seriously, my skin hates the city so much. Every time I go back or every time I'm in school, I just get so much texture. I break out, my skin gets like so weird and clogged, so I have a lot of texture going on right now. So I'm really happy that Nick chose this primer, so it's really gonna smooth out the skin and blur everything, which is awesome. For foundation, he chose the Matte and Poreless foundation. It's really funny because I used to use the e.l.f. primer and the Matte and Poreless foundation. Maybe if you guys have been watching me like 2 years ago when I first started my channel, this was like my holy grail combination. So it was really funny that he chose kind of like stuff that I used to use religiously. Maybe he just remembers that I used it. And also, if you guys are wondering, in the Matte and Poreless, I wear the shade 120 Classic Ivory. Are any of you guys that watch me a twin, or like do you know twins or have siblings that are twins? I just grew up knowing so many twins, and a lot of people that, like, when I say I'm a twin, a lot of people are shocked. A lot of people think it's so cool, but I graduated with 12 other sets of twins in my graduating class. So there were 13 of us total, including me and my brother. So 13 sets of twins. So I've kind of always grown up knowing a lot of twins, but a lot of the time people are shocked when I tell them that I'm a twin. I guess a lot of people just like don't know a lot of sets of twins. So definitely let me know if you guys have a twin sibling or something. I think that's so cool. How many times did I just say twin in like the past 30 seconds? This makeup look is seriously throwing me back to like high school when I did wings and I wore my Matte and Poreless. Nick is bringing back 17-year-old me. And for concealer, like I mentioned earlier, he chose the Tarte Shape Tape, and I wear mine in the shade Fair Neutral. And then just gonna go in and set that concealer and the foundation using the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. Again, this is another thing that I used to be obsessed with in like high school about 2 years ago. So I'm really surprised that he chose literally everything that I used to be obsessed with on my face as far as like my base goes, like my foundation and my concealer and stuff like that. So I'm just taking this on my little Morphe brush you guys know that I like for underneath the eye. And this powder is a little bit heavier, so I don't need as much of this for underneath the eye, so I'm just gonna kind of lightly dust that, like press in the creases and then dust it down around the other spots where I put concealer. All right, so I'm gonna take the brush that came with the Soft Glam palette, I believe this one is from, and I'm gonna take the little Duo Fiber side, dip into that Throne shade, and I'm gonna try to press this underneath my lower lash line. And then just gonna flip over the brush and try to buff it out a little bit. Now I'm just gonna take the shade Lucid, which is this one right here, and apply that on my inner corner to hopefully brighten things up a bit. And then also we're gonna apply a little bit of this underneath the brow bone. All right, so here are the eyes complete. I just did a little bit of lower lash mascara, but not too much because the lower lash line is already pretty heavy. So now I'm just gonna bronze up this skin. I'm gonna use the NYC Sunny Bronzer again, like I used before in the crease. I feel like this look is gonna look a lot better with some color in the face. I feel like it's kind of making me look a little bit pale because the eyes are really intense. And then I'm just gonna do a little bit of contouring. Nick chose the Wet n Wild Contouring Duo in Caramel Toffee. This typically isn't a shade that I would contour with, but I have to use it, so I'm just gonna try to use it very, very light-handed. And then I'm just gonna use the other side of that contour palette, the Banana shade, to just clean this up right here. And for a little blush, I'm gonna use the Maybelline Master Contour that he chose. I have my palette in the shade medium to deep, and I'm gonna take the blush. This is a super intense pinky coral blush, so it's not really gonna match the look too well, but I'm just gonna put a little bit on. Just like that. And then for a little bit of a glow, I'm gonna use Becca and Jaclyn Hill Champagne Pop. If you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you know Nick's obsession with champagne pops.
Pop that bottle of champagne.
So I'm gonna go ahead and apply some of this using the Morphe M501. This should look really nice with the look. I think the peach is gonna look nice with what we have going on the eyes. I always forget how good Champagne Pop is. It's kind of always one of those products that I know it's in my collection, but I never tend to really reach for it much, but Nick always grabs it out. He loves a good Champagne Pop. For setting spray, Nick chose the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. I have not used this in a while. Ooh, this is some heavy duty setting spray. I forgot how almost like hairspray like this feels on the face. And lastly, for lips, you guys saw Nick had a lot of trouble deciding on the lips. He went through so many, and of course he found the one that I did not want him to find, and it is the NYX Liquid Suede, and this one is in the shade Stone Fox. So he picked this one, but then he also picked the Anastasia one like you guys saw, because he said that this one would match the green, so he wanted to see how it would look, but if it was too crazy, then we could go ahead and do the peachy nude. So I'm gonna put this one on. Oh my god. Nick. So this is the final look using all the products that my twin brother Nick chose for me. I'm gonna call him up here in a second to get his opinion and show him what I came up with the products that he chose, and we are gonna see what he thinks and if he wants me to keep the lip or see how the other lip looks and stuff like that. Ready?
Yeah. What'd I say?
Okay, so here's what I came up with. Do you like it?
Yeah, close your eyes. I should do this professionally.
I put the green underneath. What do you think of the lip?
I like it.
You like it?
You don't think it looks good?
It's good. It's just so out of my comfort zone. I'm like...
I told you.
How do you think you did?
I think I did really well.
What would you rate this look on a scale of 1 to 10?
11.
You're cocky.
I picked those colors for a reason. Like, I didn't just pick random stuff. I picked stuff that would look good together.
I know. So if you guys did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. And also if you want to see Nick in more videos, definitely let me know down below. And make sure you guys are subscribed so if he does come back, you will not miss out on any future videos with him or any of my other future videos. Do you want to see the other lip with it, or should I just leave this one on?
If you want, yeah.
Alright, so just really quickly, I do want to go ahead and test how the other lip would look. We already did the outro and everything, and he said that he really likes this lip with it, but I'm really curious to see how the other one would look. And like I said, I do have to go somewhere, so I want to switch this out for something a little bit more toned down since the eyes are so heavy. And also, I wouldn't wear blue lipstick in public, just my personal preference. So just to kind of see how it would look, and like I said, to make the look a little bit more wearable, I'm just gonna go in with Anastasia Beverly Hills Matte Lipstick in Peachy. This was the other option that he chose. Much better. So this one right here is lip option number 2. Like I said, this is Anastasia Beverly Hills Peachy. I think that this one looks really nice with the look as well. I'm gonna see if Nick can come up and take a look at this one. So I was just curious, so I wanted to put on the other one and I wanted to show you.
Okay.
What do you think?
I like it.
Which one do you like better?
I don't know. That one's definitely more like traditional.
Like wearable?
Yeah.
But the other one was cool.
Yeah, I like the other one.
You like the other one better?
They both look great.
High five. Alright you guys, so that concludes this video of my twin brother picking my makeup. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. Definitely in my personal opinion, I think this lip option is the way to go. I think it looks awesome with this makeup look. The more I wear this makeup look, the more comfortable I am in it, and I definitely think he did a really great job at picking everything as far as color combination goes and stuff like that. I'm sorry if the ending of this video is a little bit all over the place and jumpy. He already kind of came up to evaluate the look, and I had on the other lip for you guys, but I just wanted to come on and show you guys this lip because I like this one a lot better, even though the other one really matched that bluish green under the eye well, and I thought made like a cool, almost like editorial kind of look. So if you guys did enjoy this video, definitely make sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below how you guys think Nick did, and also make sure you guys are subscribed before you leave so you don't miss out on any of my future videos that I upload with Nick in them as well. I know a lot of you guys really like to see more videos with Nick and other people here on my channel. Also make sure you guys have that little notification bell on so you get directly notified every single time that I upload. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and of course, I will see you in my next one. Bye guys!